barbershop conversation, guys. Feel free, hit the subscribe button. August 25th, backpack giveaway. 150 kids. Got 150 backpacks coming next week, and a percentage of those kids will be getting free haircuts from 10 to 2 on next Sunday, August 25th. Lincoln and I gonna show up and show out. Feel free to come out and just hang out with me, man, and bring a chair and come sit and hang with me. All right, and let's talk about it. What else? September 28th on the corner of Slauson and La Brea in the Wiener Schnitzel's parking lot. All right, if I give you an address, but you guys got a landmark right under the Nipsey Hussle's billboard. All right, on Slauson and La Brea. All right, in the Wiener Schnitzel parking lot. All right, we're gonna show up and show out. 100 black men strong. Let's get it. Flyer will be done next week. It's gonna be a great time, and I can't wait to see y'all. All the Earl Spence fans and Sean Porter fans that's coming in town. Even though I'm not picking Sean Porter to win, you guys are more than welcome to come. Come get a hot dog, a hamburger, a slice of cake. Grab your nephew, your son, your daughter, a backpack or so. So anyways, or bring them so you can come get a haircut. You know what I mean? So moving forward. Also, if you know anyone that needs, if you know a barber, I need 3 barbers. I got the location. I just need 3 barbers. So we'll move forward from there. Let's talk about it. Anthony Joshua calls Lennox Lewis a clown. Now, it's fine and dandy, but I'll just give you my recent. I'm not going to go all the way back to, you know what I mean? But Lennox Lewis was egging him on when he says, yeah, have the fight in Mexico. I thought that was hilarious. I didn't do a video on it, but when I heard that quote, I laughed my ass off. So obviously there's some tit for tat between the two of them, right? And I'll say this before I get into my funny little narrative. I'll say this. Damn, it's a line at the charging station. I will say this. I just wish Anthony Joshua should have reached out to him instead of saying, I'm going to get George Foreman. You know why? Because he lost to 2 people he wasn't supposed to lose to. Oliver McCall and the shot heard around the world, Hasim Rahman. You know what I mean? So he has experience in bouncing back and going to get the belts. So from that perspective, I thought he should have reached out to him. But for real, everybody thinks Anthony Joshua is sweet right now. You know what I mean? Everyone believes Anthony Joshua is sweet. No one believes Anthony Joshua is who the UK fans think he is. You understand what I'm saying? Because let's think about this for a second. If he's the unified world heavyweight champion of the world, right? Unified world heavyweight champion of the world. That's funny. The rematch clause should have been done. Trump tight in terms of location. Probably want to negotiate the splits or something, because they probably put, I don't know if they put absolute numbers on there or they put a percentage of the gross. I don't know that to be true, and I don't know the contract, but it should have been so strong that it would have been, and the release would have been like, yes sir, no sir. You understand what I'm saying? But when you're being led by a clown, you have no choice but to look like a clown and act like a clown. I guess that's the word going around. I don't feel bad now. Eddie Hearn called me a clown. Anthony Joshua called Lennox Lewis a clown. So I guess I'm the unified boxing media champion of the world, and Lennox Lewis is the unified heavyweight champion of the world, man. Lennox Lewis, we got something in common now. You know what I mean? When I interview him, I'm gonna say that shit to him at some point. You know what I mean? But it's just a beautiful thing when everything just start crumbling down, falling into place. I thought Anthony Joshua should have kept that to himself, because here's the most important thing that he didn't realize. He's splitting the vote. He's literally splitting the black vote. You know what I mean? Remember how I said Keith Thurman and Sean Porter disrespecting the fans, black fans, by saying Mikey Garcia carried the pay-per-view? But let's sit here and think for a second. Anthony Joshua, there are die-hard Lennox Lewis fans that support you, and there are fans that support you. There are fans that support you, but they in love with boxing because it resembles, when you just look at it, looks like real men. And when you call another man a clown, that's actually more decorated than you, just overall better than you. You understand what I'm saying? I think that it calls for some concern in terms of how people will think of you. You understand what I'm saying? So Anthony Joshua's, see, here's the reality. Okay, now I'm here now. Anthony Joshua is falling apart right before our very eyes. Literally falling apart. He's desperate. More importantly, he's scared. He's fearful. He's nervous. He doesn't know what to do. Remember, there's a battery in Anthony Joshua's back. Okay, you must understand where I'm coming from with this. There is literally a battery in his back. Okay? Now, how do I know this? I shout out to the Boxing Voice. Ness interviewed Eddie Hearn, and he said he signs off on all Anthony Joshua deals. Barry Hearn says they used to have slave contracts. And Anthony Joshua, here's how I know he can't handle pressure. Anthony Joshua showed up to the Breakfast Voice, and Charlemagne said, "Why is your knuckles bleeding?" He was hitting the wall or something. He couldn't handle the pressures of America. You know what I mean? People say that he wasn't himself. No, it's not that he wasn't himself. He was who he is. This is who Anthony Joshua is. The man that we saw, June 1st is Anthony Joshua. And these are the facts. You know, he's that's who he is. He's a fearful man that really is not in control of his life, and emotionally and spiritually he's spiraling. He's just spiraling way out of control. And these are the facts. And it's not going to end well. Andy Ruiz is going to defeat him, and he's going to be a 5150 patient in somebody's psych ward in the UK. That's just the truth. And it's not cool or to see this happen. Wanting somebody to win or lose is another thing, but when you know their spiritual health and their mental health is not intact, it causes for some concern. He needs to have a life coach. He needs to have a psychologist. He needs to have a mentor, because there is reason for concern. Come on, let's call a spade a spade. There is great reason for concern as it relates to Anthony Joshua. Let me plug in my charger. There's great reason for concern, and we're seeing it. Eddie Hearn is moving without him. He doesn't know who to trust. He's lonely. He's desperate. He's fearful. So he calls Lennox Lewis a clown. Barbershop Conversations, man. Feel free, hit the subscribe button. This is getting in the danger zone. Remember when Adrian Broner first lashed out, and everyone in boxing was like, "Oh shit, we need to come get this man." You understand what I'm saying? It's different with Anthony Joshua because he's enclosed and he's pretending everything is okay. When Andy Ruiz beats him, Anthony Joshua will never be the same. He won't even be the same person. Like, I've seen it. I've seen it so many times in life. Like when someone goes bankrupt in your neighborhood and they can never recover. When someone gets a divorce in your neighborhood and you see they still haven't recovered. So many different ways to look at this thing. But like, this is, I don't know what the highest level is, but let's say Saudi Arabia was a level 2. Anthony Joshua's emotional stability is like level 4. You know what I mean? Like, there's reason for great concern. You know what I mean? He needs to be seeing a shrink, like, right now. So anyways, man, barbershop conversations, man. September 28th, show up and show out. Corner right under Nipsey Hussle's prolific billboard, okay? Right underneath it. It's going to be pretty cool. So come on out. We're going to be 2 blocks away from Nipsey Hussle Square. You can go see the mural, go see the Marathon store. All that will be 2 blocks away from you. So bring your friends. I'm sure there's going to be more Earl Spence fans. So come on out, Earl Spence fans. It's going to be a great time. And come get a hot dog, your son or daughter, a backpack, free haircut. We're just going to have a great time. So barbershop conversation, man. We're just going to fellowship. And talk to you guys real soon. Peace.